But before we get into our thoughts on the movie overall, I have a question for you all to ponder, a warm-up question. What is one of your favorite whodunit movies? Austin, we will start with you.
On the brighter side of things, I'd probably say Who Framed Roger Rabbit, but people like things with some kick to them these days, so I'm here to cordially remind everybody that LA Confidential exists, in case they forgot such a masterpiece came out 26 whole years ago. I know that the instinct for a question like this is to just say Chinatown, but I'd say that LA Confidential is just Chinatown made with more modern technology and more modern perverts. It's a fascinating story about a cop who's trying to figure out who massacred a bunch of folks at a diner, and it sprawls out like a spider's web, revealing corruption among the ranks of local police. This film's so damn good that it was nominated for 9 Academy Awards, and I think the reason that it's not more of a mainstay in people's minds might have a lot to do with the fact that Titanic came out the same year.
So, what does Exley make of all this?
No, I haven't told him yet. I just came straight from the records room.
Good film, lots of layers to it. LA Confidential's my answer. Back to you, detective.
Great answer, I do say. Now, Mr. Tim M. Sullivan, the oldest of our group, perhaps jealous of the one who has made it off to LA. What is your favorite whodunit movie?
So the way that this question was posed in the group chat did not specify movies, so I've instead picked a book to talk about, which is the 1939 Agatha Christie novel, And Then There Were None.
It's called reading. Top to bottom, left to right. Group words together as a sentence.
It's a pretty classic story that really sets up the formula of the whodunit genre, and it even ends on a note that's pretty unsuspecting. It's not as cut and dry as a lot of whodunit type stories are. I know there are a bunch of movie and TV adaptations, but the only one of those I've seen is the 1945 movie, and that one's trash. Dog ass Hays Code bullshit. They had a really dark ending with the book, and the movie's just it's 1945. We don't have Faces of Death yet. We need to make something with a happy ending. So yeah, just clown shoes. But the book's pretty good. Back to you, Tanner.
One little Indian boy left all alone. He went and hanged himself, and then there were none.
And he lived happily ever after, to the end of his days.
Now, Mr. Joe Vranick, what is perhaps a favorite whodunit of yours?
To quickly add on to Tim's answer, there's actually a really good video game of And Then There Were None. So I'm gonna slightly cheat here, but I do have a movie. My answer is the entire Scream franchise. Screams 1, 2, 3, 4, and recently Scream 2022. Hopefully the new one that's coming out as well. But I'm going with the one that has a really good whodunit story and is also a really good slasher movie, because I'm a much bigger horror guy than I am a mystery guy. But yeah, no, Scream. Funny, fun mysteries, fun thrills, fun kills. My cat's leaving, so I'm just gonna take that as my cue to stop talking about Scream.
There's a formula to it. A very simple formula. Everybody's a suspect.
Good answer, Joe. Interesting you pick a movie where the killer is almost always an unexpected murderer. Perhaps signaling that you, in fact, are our unexpected murderer, but no matter for that. Ren, what is a favorite whodunit of yours?
See, I do like mystery movies, but I actually had to look and see what movies were considered as whodunits, because I don't know as much about whodunits and what classifies it as a whodunit. From the lists that I saw, this movie was considered a whodunit, and I don't know how popular this movie is. I may be in the minority of liking this one, but it's a more recent one of Bad Times at the El Royale. I did really enjoy it. I really liked the performances from John Hamm and Jeff Bridges and Dakota Johnson. I wasn't really a big Dakota Johnson fan until I saw that movie, but it's got a lot of good twists and turns, beautiful cinematography in my opinion, and just an overall great set design. I really enjoyed that one.
And you know what they call a quarter pounder with cheese in Paris?
Great choice. That movie has a lot of defenders. Now, for my answer to this question, I originally wrote down the movie Blowout by Brian De Palma, but as I was thinking about it, I don't know if that's really a whodunit, per se.
It's got a murderer and a guy who's trying to solve who the sex murderer is.
Okay, then I'm committing to it. Blowout by Brian De Palma, one of the, personally my favorite De Palma film in a fine career of a fine filmmaker. It's a beautiful movie, one of John Travolta's best performances. That shot with the fireworks in the background is perhaps one of the most beautiful shots in the histories of all of film, and it also has that incredible shot of John Travolta in the lab where it just goes in a circle for like 5 minutes, and it's one of the most impressive works of filmmaking I think I've ever done seen. That is hard to do. How the f*** does Daniel Craig do that?
Son, as your lawyer, I declare y'all are in a 12-piece bucket of trouble.
No! It's just dumb.
I slid my ticket across the table and I said, sorry guys, I gotta see about a girl.